Okay, hello, aloha from Hawaii. This is Martina Wing, and I want to talk about best travel times to see the Manta Rays today. And I'm an ocean lover, Manta Ray Advocate, and I'm doing this here in town for almost 20 years. And I just want to give you some information. We have statistics to get the point across to you guys. And you know, when you start planning your trip to Hawaii, and you want to see the Manta Rays, and it's really the goal, then I think you have to know about the best travel times, and we have some things prepared for you. So let's jump right into this. Okay, our statistics are based on 20 years. Actually, my husband is doing this, Jim is doing this for 27 years, and being at both dive locations. And the place I'm really talking about is, I have this map for you guys, is okay, here we go. I'm talking about the big island of Hawaii. This is the big island, and you see here Kailua Kona. And then up here you can see a little Manta Ray, and there's our airport location where we dive with the Manta Rays. And then the original place is actually down here in Keaho. And a little bit more information about Keaho. It's right outside the Sheraton Keaho Bay resort. And then the airport location is right outside the airport. So if you fly in around maybe an hour after sunset, and you see a glow in the ocean at night, that would be the Manta Ray dive at this point. So this is what I'm talking about today. So Keaho, or airport, I might sometimes say south or north, or I say Manta Village or Manta Heaven. So this is the names that we call the dive site if you're a diver and you have a logbook. Alrighty, so this is what we that's what I'm talking about today. And my husband Jim is since 1991 at the dive site, and I joined in 1998. So he has about, I don't know, 7,000 dives with the Manta Rays. I have 4,000, and then we have Ryan that worked for us for a long time, and she has another couple thousand. So all the information I'm giving you today is about 10,000 hours of being underwater with the Manta Rays. So we have a lot of field experience, and I love to share this with you guys. Alrighty, so so this is the locations we talk about, and let's jump right in. Hey, Ingo, wie geht's? Schön, dass du hier bist. So yeah, I do switch between English and German because I have this fan club in Germany, and yeah, thanks Ingo, thanks for being here. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about, and I'm kind of going through the month when the best travel time would be. So let's start at the beginning of the year, which actually we jump right into the worst month of seeing the Manta Rays. And this has mostly to do with the ocean conditions. The Manta Rays themselves are here all through the year, but the ocean conditions change quite a bit. In January, it starts December 15th, then January, February, it's really rough. And I have something prepared for you to give you a little bit of idea how rough the ocean can be. And always remember, the activity takes place about 100 yards offshore. And I have 3 short videos I want to show you real quick. And I hope I get this going by switching around. And I have this short video for you. So, why is this not working? Great. Okay, come on. There we go. So, this is how it looks like when you have the waves coming in, big swells, and a little bit backstory here too. If you think of Oahu, on the other island, you have these North Shore, the World Championship for surfing, and this is when they get 30 to 40 feet of big waves, and we get only 6 to 8 feet. That's plenty for us, but you know, you don't go on an ocean video when it's 6 to 8 feet. And then I have some other videos for you too, which is actually right at the Keaho Beach Resort at the Sheraton. Now check out this here. This is the hotel. You can see really clearly how big the waves can be. And yeah, these are nights when boats do cancel, but even if it's lower than that, I highly recommend not to go out. This is just, it's not fun. It's just not fun, and it's not safe. I mean, we don't really have the saying, sometimes here, safety third, just because people go out under these conditions. And I want to be the critical voice here and inform you about this as much as possible, that this is just not cool. Alrighty, so this was another video I want to show you. And then I have one more prepared, which would be the airport location, and give you an idea how this looks like. when the waves come in. Yeah, usually it's super nice and calm, but super, really nice slow motion here. And yeah, the pictures speak for themselves. And I hope you enjoy how this comes across. To make my point, January, February, that is when we have these big waves coming. Alrighty, so back to me. January, February, that is when the big waves come in, and many boats cancel during these times. So if you come to Hawaii, to Kona, just to see Manta Rays, I would not recommend to come January, February. Just the cancellations are just, the number is really high. Now, then we go into March. March is 50-50. You still have the swells coming in, but it's the end of the winter time. Janice Baker, thank you, you're awesome. I love that. Thanks for being here, Janice. So then we go into March. March 50-50, it's still cancellation. April gets better. And then we go into the spring, summer and fall, all good. We're really good until December 15th again. Sometimes Thanksgiving, this is in the US, about end of November. We sometimes have bigger waves, but overall the dive sites it's all doable, and the locations are okay for you guys. So I hope this is the first part. This I want to talk about the conditions, so you get a better idea about what that means to come here in the winter time. And then, of course, let me look at a different angle from when is the busiest times, when it's not so busy. Well, it's always busy in the summer. So really June, July, August, this is when the US has vacation time. They have these long vacations, not like Germans have only 6 weeks, and the US have up to 3 months. And people travel, and many people come to Hawaii. Lots of families are here in the summertime. So best mentor education ever. Oh, thank you, Janice. This is actually really what I want to do with this Facebook Live. Sidetracking a little bit, Facebook Live gives me an outlet where I don't have to do big productions. I just can prepare with this little camera, have a little bit of background footage, and I have so much in store for you guys. So come on in every Wednesday at 11 o'clock Hawaiian time. So back to holidays and stuff like this. So yeah, holidays of course are higher. People are more people in town. But I mean, these are sometimes only weekends. There's Labor Day weekend or Memorial Day weekend. This is just when we have a weekend, longer weekend. So people don't really fly, especially for that weekend. But I mean, usually the boats are full anyway through the year. The Manta activity is such a big draw to this island now, and so many boats and so many people can fit on it. So through the year, pretty much everybody is busy. But through the summertime, you have lots of families around. Thanksgiving is the week is busy, then Christmas is busy, and then in between the holidays. And then if you ask me for the best times to come here, you know, May is a good time. It's in between when the ocean is good and not too many people. And then we go to September, October, and November is good too. Now October, there is a phase where we have the first 2 weeks of October, the Ironman here in town. So this is the World Championship for the Ironman. It's just lots of people in town. I think the triathletes themselves, they have 1,500 or 2,000, and then they bring all their families with them and supporters. And easily we have another 5,000 people here in town. So these guys don't really go on the boats before the race, but after the race, the boats are full again, and then it's full of triathletes. Alrighty. So what else? Another way to look at the Manta Rays and statistics, or look at Manta Rays, how do we determine when is a good time to come? Want to show you some statistics we have made. This is all for the geeks, but I think it's really good information if I put this out for you guys. So what you see here is 1 month. And I think that's the last month we did the intense study. It is December of 2014. And what you see up here is the dates and the weekday, and then you see north and south. These are the dive sites. You see which Manta Ray, how many Manta Rays on each side. Then the green one is how many Manta Rays total. And underneath, you see all the names of the Manta Rays. And then you see the little X's and that's which manta ray was at what location. And we could do that because Jim, Ryan, and myself, we were at the dive site, over 20 years. And we have in-depth statistic of 6 years. So when you look at these statistics, I can really tell you what is the percentage to see manta rays over the years. And the chances to see manta rays in Kona, Hawaii are in 2009 to 2013 over 90%. It didn't matter which dive site you went to, super high. I mean, this is an incredible nature experience, and we had at least, we say the 90% means if one manta ray shows up, it was a successful night to see this beautiful animal here during the experience. Now, Janice, I love you. I'm not going to repeat that. Well, I do. We are the best anyway. So, so 2009 to 2013, the percentage was over 90% of both locations. And this is, you can find all these statistics actually on our website. I'm going to put a link into this later on. I have another little goodie for you guys too, to download if you want. And then not last year, but the year before, we had the first time that the airport location only had 66% of sightings. So this was the first year that we had a phase of 7 weeks. That's the longest we've ever encountered. And then when the comments come in, I always get a little distracted, so sorry about that. So in 2 years ago, 66% at the Manta location at the airport. And so we had 7 weeks of no manta ray sightings at all, zero, nada. And then people asked us, what does this have to do with? And, it mostly has to do, like 95% of the reason is that there's no plankton. And then then the question is, why is there no plankton? When you look at the location itself, it's an eddy in the river. It's really a bay that is a little bit tied into. And if there's plankton, it's good. If there's no plankton, it's really bad. So this had maybe ocean condition changed. I'm not really sure. I mean, there was El Niño that year. Maybe people say there are too many boats out there, and this is a totally different subject matter I want to get to at some point too, but different Facebook Live. But anyway, now 2015 we went down to 66%, and last year we had similar situation that the northern location doesn't have as many it has not the high numbers anymore. It's 90%, but southern location had more consistency. But then we have to say that the southern location is only 2 or 3 mantas, maybe 4 manta rays consistency. And then at the northern location, we have we have record nights there. Back in 2013 or 12, we had a record night with 46 manta rays. So you can be here in the right place at the right time, and then you have 30 manta rays. So Mother Nature, that's of course something you have to decide. But I think I can, with the information when to travel here, you can make good decisions to come and have the best chances to see manta rays. And I hope this helps and to make decisions for you guys. And this is my Facebook Live for today. What's the best travel time to see manta rays? Hold on a second. There's a comment that's come in. Janice, you're definitely a fan of me. This is awesome. And Jim, of course, too. Thank you so much for this. Alrighty, so I do want you to do 2 things maybe today after this Facebook Live. When I stop the Facebook Live, there will be a little screen coming up that says notifications. So why don't you turn on notifications so you are actually getting notified when I go live. But it's going to be Wednesdays, 11 o'clock on Hawaiian time, which is 2 p.m. Pacific time and 5 p.m. Eastern time for the summer month. It changes over the year, but that's the goal. And then the other thing I would like you to do is, check out the statistics. I'm going to put a link into this and share my post and tell people that I'm going to be on live and I want to share all our knowledge and our love for the animals, because we truly believe many people do good work out here. Manta rays should be seen, and everybody should know about them and love them and protect them. And but I also want to be the critical voice in this industry, and this is my outlet here. Florida, hello, Deb. Hi, how you doing? Thank you. Miss the mantas, yeah. I'm gonna say hi to them tonight from you guys. And that's the end for today. Thank you so much, you guys, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.